currently, while recording this video, I have ridden 8 of RMC's finest work, spanning from Massachusetts to Southern California. I've also ridden 3 RMC Raptors and 5 RMC iBox coasters. I love each of these coasters, and that's what inspired me to make this list. Today I am counting down my top 8 RMCs. I can't make a top 10 list yet because, sadly, I have not ridden 8 or more RMCs, so I can't really do that yet. Anyways, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below. We're on the road to 100 subscribers this year, so I would greatly appreciate if you do subscribe. Also, you will not be seeing any international RMCs on this list. That's like Medusa Steel Coaster at Six Flags Mexico, or, Untamed at Wallaby Holland, or Zadra at Energylandia. And you also will not be seeing Iron Gwazi on this list because I have not been to Busch Gardens in 2022, so sadly that won't be on the list. But anyways, let's get straight into this video. So a lot of people would actually agree with me, but most people would definitely disagree with me with this pick. So yeah, my pick is very controversial. But why do I even say this? Well, first, this ride is just way too short. How are you guys putting a 30-second ride in your top 25? I mean, I'm not saying Wonder Woman's bad, but I cannot stand the short length. So that's why it's not even in my top 50. Also, when you go over a connecting piece, here I'll show a picture right here, it's very rough. It feels like you're going over a ditch in a car. It's just a huge bump, and since you go through the layout so fast, it's just makes the ride very rough. So yeah, that's another thing I didn't enjoy. But probably the worst part about Wonder Woman is the trains. The first gen of the RMC Raptor trains are very uncomfortable. My shoulders hurt so bad. These trains just feel tighter than the new RMC Gen Raptor trains. And yeah, I did not like the trains at all. I say it's as bad as the B&M Vestige trains and Skyrush's lap bars. Yeah, I go that far. So yeah, I don't hate Wonder Woman. It just has a lot of cons that outweigh the pros. So I can't put this ride in my top 50 or any higher in the RMC list. So that's why I put it at number 8. So for me personally, this is where the rides start becoming elite. I have Jersey Devil ranked at number 24. And you're probably wondering, wait, you have Wonder Woman not over Jersey Devil? Yeah. I will stand with that until the day I die. But anyways, this ride just feels like a more complete version of Wonder Woman. It fixed the length problem, it fixed the smoothness problem, and it fixed the train problem. It's literally the ultimate RMC Raptor coaster. Or so we thought. Because number 6 is just a clone of Jersey Devil, but I enjoyed it a little more. So there's not really much to say about Wonder Woman because I basically just described the whole thing with Jersey Devil because it is a near clone, but I just preferred Wonder Woman for a few reasons. First, I rode it while it was 108 degrees out in the back row around 3 p.m. and it was hauling. Oh my god, this thing was flying. I blame it on the heat because 108 degrees, I mean, that was hot. But anyways, I was actually fortunately enough to ride this opening weekend. That's just a notable thing I wanted to say. But anyways, the ending is a little better than Jersey Devil's, but that's really all I have to say about Wonder Woman. It's still fantastic, and I rank it number 23 in my rankings, just one spot ahead of Jersey Devil. So, my least favorite RMC iBox is Wicked Cyclone by Homepark RMC, and there's a few reasons why. First, this ride is not as aggressive as the other RMCs like Steel Vengeance, Twisted Timbers, and many more that I will list. Second, this ride's third lap is famously known to be very slow, and I can agree. Also, that last inversion is like the last inversion on Steel Vengeance. It just feels like filler and shouldn't really be there. But let me list some pros. With its 3,200 feet of track, it does a lot, which I really love. Second, I've ridden this ride many times since it is at my home park. So I've ridden this ride at its highest highs and its lowest lows, including raid rides in the back row. Now, raid rides in the back row makes it a top tier RMC, like top 3, but I am basing this off my dry rides, so I will not be putting it up there. Anyways, I still love Wicked Cyclone, and I even have it ranked number 16 in my rankings. But I sadly had to put it this low because there's other RMCs that just do better. I used to think Twisted Colossus was one of the weaker RMCs when I first rode it, but then on this past visit, I rode Twisted Colossus back row, and I thought it was way better. I thought it was way more aggressive and had way more airtime, and I moved it up even more. But then, my last ride on Twisted Colossus was one of the greatest experiences of all time. I got a front row ride on Twisted Colossus, which is pretty good. But it was a sunset ride, which is again, really good. The part that really seals it was a front row sunset dueling ride on Twisted Colossus. I was very fortunate to get a dueling ride in 2022. That front row ride really sealed it in my top 15, and it's currently ranked at number 11. This ride really just shocked me when I rewrote it, and it is easily one of the best coasters I have ever ridden, and my second favorite coaster in California. What used to be my favorite RMC roller coaster is the fantastic, near perfection, Twisted Timbers. This ride has breakneck pacing, crazy ejector airtime, and has a really unique layout. I mean, just look at that barrel roll drop, or barrel down drop, whatever the hell it's called. Those are only featured on 3 roller coasters. This ride is just near perfect. There's nothing wrong with this ride at all. I would say if it had more length to it, it was a little taller, then I would probably rank it at number 1. But I mean, come on. This ride is near perfection, and if you just look at the rides above it, I think you can know why I put it at number 3. I love Twisted Timbers, and I was so glad to get 5 more rides on it when I came back to King's Dominion. I love Twisted Timbers, and it's easily one of the best coasters I have ever ridden. I currently have Twisted Timbers ranked number 8 out of the over 200 roller coasters I've ridden. I love Twisted Timbers, and it's sadly only ranked at number 3. That's how you know RMC makes some fine and awesome coasters. But number 2 slightly beat it out. Just barely beating Twisted Timbers is this just near perfection RMC roller coaster, Iron Rattler. Going into Fiesta, Texas, I was definitely expecting Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster to be way better, but man, was I definitely shocked. Iron Rattler is one of the greatest coasters of all time. I think we know that. But man, this ride is so unique and just so perfect. Riding this ride, it was so cool to just go off and on the quarry wall. Now you're probably wondering, okay, going on the quarry wall must suck, right? Going on it, it must be really slow. But man, you hit one of the greatest inversions of all time, the Heaven Roll. The Heaven Roll is so perfect, I can't even describe it. It's like floating into outer space, if that makes any sense. It is so good. Also, when you get to the top of the quarry wall, I don't know what people are saying it's slow. I mean, probably because I'm used to the Wicked Cyclone's third lap, but it was actually kind of fast up there, and I really enjoyed it. And also, I mean, come on, the last drop on Iron Rattler is near perfect. I mean, come on, the ejector airtime, it's like Wicked Cyclone's drop, but bigger on steroids. And also, after that last drop, you hit this indoor section inside the quarry, which is really cool because it has flashing lights in it, like the best Kanye song ever. Yes, I brought that up. Anyways, this ride is just so fun. One time, I got a back row sunset ride, last ride of the night on it, and that's really what made me put it this high. This ride is just amazing, and I can't wait to come back to Texas to ride the one and only Iron Rattler. But man, I think you guys know what number 1 is. Steel Vengeance is the magnum opus of all roller coasters. There will never be a roller coaster better than Steel Vengeance. This ride is perfection. This is the only coaster on Earth that I can confidently say has nothing wrong with it. Every element delivers. Every element has ejector airtime, or whip, or hang time. Everything is perfect on this ride. There is no cons. I mean, some people would say, the locker policy, but that's not Steel Vengeance. That's Cedar Fair's stupid-ass policies. Steel Vengeance by itself is the greatest coaster of all time. The trains are great. The airtime on each hill delivers. I mean, I truly stand for El Toro being the greatest coaster of all time. But man, Steel Vengeance absolutely crushed it. I got a back road night ride as my last ride ever on it, and man, that was the greatest coaster experience of all time. I mean, the amount of whip and airtime back there was just crazy. That third inversion is the greatest zero-G roll of all time, and that last run of Bunny Hills is the greatest ending ever. I mean, I can go on all day about Steel Vengeance, but I think we all know. This ride has 77 seconds of prime ride track, or ride time, and I think we can all agree Steel Vengeance is the magnum opus of all roller coasters. There is nothing wrong with it, and yeah, it is the greatest coaster ever and in the world. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video definitely took me a long time to make with all the editing, so I hope you guys really enjoyed it. By the way, it's 1 a.m. in the morning right now. It'd be a little more quiet. But anyways, if you haven't already, please subscribe. We're on the road to 100 subscribers this year. Anyways, what's your ranking of all the RMC coasters? Let me know down below. Anyways, when you ride roller coasters, please don't staple yourself, because if you do, you will get no airtime. I will see you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye. And good night to me. Okay, bye.